Moving on to what I thought is just... What more can you say about Joanna and Jacek? What can you say?
She's the best.
She's the best.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
She might be... There's an argument that she's the best striker, period, in MMA.
Yeah. It's just...
I think there's a very legitimate argument.
Yeah. Like, you look at... You alluded to it, Rob. Andrade just constantly kept coming forward. And I tweeted as I was watching it going, if this was any other... strawweight, she's walking through them.
Yeah,
Andrade just walking
crazy,
through.
yeah.
Majority of any other strawweight.
It was odd, right? Almost how much she
could
took.
take. Yeah.
Yeah, but like Joanna you could see her smiling, and you could really see Joanna was enjoying it in there. She was loving it. Now, she got the big lump of hematoma that sort of made people go, ooh, for a minute, but at the same time, that was it. Just from start to finish, we'll let you take this, Brendan. This is your wheelhouse. This is where we want to listen to your talk of just the brilliance of Joanna, champion.
So here's what I was thinking during the fight. It was a few-fold, because usually when I watch fights, it's not necessarily fighters. It's more like fans. Some of them have some experience a little bit. Not pros, though, normally. They're just my buddies from high school kind of thing. So one of them's like done some boxing, etc. Of course, they want to like hit pads and all that. We were having fun. And one of the things I brought up when he was hitting pads, and it was funny because it ended up being the perfect example of this with Joanna. And I use this kind of analogy or whatever coaching technique a lot, is that like the importance of relaxation and striking. People think of it in jiu-jitsu, of course. It's such an obvious thing to relax, right? Because otherwise you're going to gas, basically. She is so... If you watch in slow motion the way... Her technique on her jab, not only is it technically... I mean, just this absolute perfect lance, retraction, out angle... Her hand is literally open the entire time. There's a camera, right? Until the very end, and then she snaps, and then she retracts. It's so perfect, and that's a lot of where she gets her speed. Sometimes when you see her throw combinations, she'll slap the first, like, 3, and then blast. Kind of the old, like the Diaz analogy, but with much more refined striking, I guess. And her no-sell lead, not like I call it a 9, like a left high kick if you're orthodox. The way she was setting that up, one time she did like a double tap because she kept throwing that lead leg inside. And you saw that welting, right? So she was picking her apart because she kept coming forward. And I'll get to what I think about that in a minute. But she's doing all this just magical striking. Now, where it gets interesting, because of course the technique was just flawless. If you don't appreciate that, I don't know if you're watching the right sport. Maybe watch something else. It's impossible for me to understand that myself anyway. But what was odd to me, and what I kept thinking about, is that obviously the importance of, like I mentioned, relaxation. Joanna's all of that. I mean, it's not as if she doesn't turn it up. She doesn't have emotion. She's super emotional, actually. Yeah. But when it comes to her striking, she's relaxed. The other one was almost like, and I want to say this in the most politically correct way, but it was almost like as if she had more just we'll call it natural testosterone-ish, right? Joanna's a 115-pound woman, right? We have to be, if we don't have honest discourse, why have discourse, right? Her wrists are probably a quarter of any of ours, especially mine. And you saw that. The other girl's got a kind of thicker neck. So what I was thinking during that fight, it was like, is this how like Roy Jones versus a prime Hagler, like both in their primes would have looked, right? Because it was like one had length and ability to keep clipping. Hagler has better striking technique. I know it's not a perfect analogy, but his chin was ridiculous, right? She got head kicked clean. I lost count at 12, I think. I was like, Jesus Christ, is that human? Is she okay? What did she take some Novocaine for her brain before? Like, it was not normal to me. Her head was going head kick, and then she's like, coming back with these clubbing hands. I'm like, Jesus, that woman is insane. Speaking of stock rising and a loss, right? Oh my God, is she tough? But Joanna's, so all the obvious, right? Just beautiful technical work. And usually Joanna's kind of a stalker of a striker, but she showed an incredible ability. And this is one thing I try to really emphasize, is the importance of being able to strike while moving backwards, because you're going to have people like that with strong chins that are bulldogs or whatever you want, pit bull, whatever you want to use, right? And that's what happened. But she just angle out. And also, takedown defense, even with those ridiculous slams after 20 head kicks.
Yeah.
I was like, again, is that the Incredible Hulk's, younger daughter or whatever? I didn't understand where she was finding her will.
Yeah.
The point being is that Joanna would just scramble or, kind of whizzer her way out.
Yeah.
I think American Top Team's going to make her.
Yeah.
Jeez, who's going to beat her? You know?
That was one thing that I seen on the takedowns. It wasn't that our takedown defense was amazing, which it was. It was really good and it's getting a lot better. It was the position that she put herself in when she hit the mat. And immediately when she hit the mat, she was back up because she put herself in the position. She wasn't getting pushed straight into guard. She wasn't pulling guard straight away. She was pulling herself in that position. One thing though as well, speaking of kicks, did you see that jumping roundhouse kick she landed going backwards?
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
No, how did I miss that?
She was going backwards.
She
and jumped and she hit I think it was a roundhouse
Just a regular
kick.
roundhouse?
Yeah, just a regular roundhouse going backwards. It was crazy. I think it was in the 4th round.
The house I was in was a little crazy.
Yeah,
so
it's insane.
Somehow I missed that.
Yeah, but amazing performance.
Actually, no. I heard everyone react.
Yeah.
And then I didn't see it on a replay.
Yeah,
But
go back and
I
see.
do remember. But I didn't see like the technique. But yeah, she's incredible moving backward. That I'm telling you, it's not just angles. It's not just jabs. It's everything. It has to be everything. And she mixes everything up. She did this one thing. And Stipe did it. I'm sure we'll get there, but she kind of like feint switched her jab into that 9, but she didn't even throw the jab. It's just a distraction in the center line.
Yeah,
and so the other girl brings her hands in, and all of a sudden you're opening this lane. Didn't matter with the head kick landing flush. The girl's like, that's cool. Like as if a fly landed on her. It was so bizarre. That was almost bizarre, her chin.
Yeah.
But Joanna's striking is magical. She's amazing. And to your point on the scrambling, it's just balance, I think, and probably training with grapplers more now. Yeah. I would assume Laborio's still involved, and he's a brilliant dude. I've trained with him a little bit way back. He's just a really good mind for grappling, and especially picking like someone's talents naturally and exploiting them for the best. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Because like you can't really defend against someone that can just pick you up, Hulk smash, throw you. It wasn't a matter of takedown defense. Like she was defending the takedown until the girl just would get pissed almost and do like some Hulk Hogan shit,
It is like that reoccurring dream where you're someone is just chasing you, and no matter what you hit them with. But what I liked about it is that Joanna almost embraced that. She didn't, like, some people might be going, like, holy fuck, what do I have to do to stop you and sort of lose it? But she didn't. She just stayed in control and just picked her shots. It was beautiful.